It's a technical glory hole.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
An emotional glory hole.
Right.
I have a
Put that
complete
up.
separation here.
A
That's a
separation
really
of church
good
and state.
terminology.
I like that. Yeah, that is good.
An emotional glory hole. Maybe that would be my porn name.
Subscribe to the podcast, KFC Radio on YouTube.
Bang. They're pretty good.
Sweet. Things are pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You figured it
You're
out?
talking about these guys. I was like, oh, good.
You finally arrived. You went through.
Yeah, no, I gave it
That
an
was
honest
bad.
thought.
That was
Two
good.
people didn't react to it.
True,
No,
you're
I
right.
had to think about it.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm pretty good.
I watched an episode with Tom Segura where you're talking about sleep eating, and I do that too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like a big, and I did it last night.
You
It's like an issue.
carry it better than he does.
Yeah, you look at me, you can tell. I did
You a sleep eater, yeah.
I got no
What did
idea.
you eat last night?
Are you a give me a little color on that. Are we cooking? Are we just grabbing a
Not
snack?
cooking.
Are we?
It happened when I was a kid. I used to always eat to get. I guess I don't know what it was. Like I used to just overeat at night to get like tired, and then
While you're awake.
While I was awake,
Yeah.
but then as I got older, I started doing it. I think it's like a stress response, but now it's just like out of control. Like I ate a chicken the other night, so there was like
Like a
bones
rotisserie
in the bed,
chicken?
like a rotisserie.
No, you got-
yeah.
I don't even know if you do bones in the bed.
No, I don't think. I don't think.
Have you
I
done
don't think
bones?
that's. I don't think I've reached that yet. I've
Bones
done.
in the
Oh,
bed,
it's
dude.
disgusting, though.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
gross. Don't get me
gross.
wrong. You're vile,
It's
but that's
vile.
cool.
And then your peanut butter with the that's happened to me too. It's not good.
I've done it.
Let me tell you something. Anytime you can intimately relate to my co-host here, that's a red flag.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want that.
I've done chicken.
You do the pound the chicken.
Yeah, like there was one time where I kind of came into consciousness, I guess, where I was like hunched over in front of the fridge
No.
with just like a
Yeah.
bare-handed chicken, and I was like,
Chicken breast.
I had my fucking stomach hanging out. I was just in like fucking briefs.
I get it.
And I was like, oh my god, dude, this is. I mean,
It's so
good,
intense.
but God.
Did you finish the chicken?
Of course, I finished that
course.
chicken.
I mean, I've heard stories or read stories of people who were like dieting and working out and being like,
Yeah.
this is not working. I don't get it. And it's because they're eating like full meal. Because I also feel like there's evidence. There's bones, there's mess, there's
Absolutely.
wrappers.
Right.
So
You
it's
know
like,
what
are
you
you
did.
also like doing the dishes and throwing
Right.
out all the evidence and then, you know?
You never do. In my experience, you never do the dishes. But also, I'm a little bit awake.
Right.
So I feel like if I'm being totally honest, I could. I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel like I could stop myself.
You just don't want to.
I just don't want to. So like,
I lean.
You know
towards
what
that
I'm
as
saying?
Well.
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a little-
I don't eat, but I sleep, walk, and talk. And I always have like a. It's never like, I didn't know I
Right.
did that. You know, I can kind of remember it, and I'm like sort of 50-50. And so if I was an eater and you put a wonderful fucking Entenmann's donut in front of me, I wouldn't, in my sleep state, I wouldn't be like, those are empty calories.
Right.
I'd be like, give me three, you know?
I've done it before where I sleep ate a meal, which gave me heartburn. So then I got up and went
being
to
like, what the fuck?
No, I woke up with a mouthful of Tums.
damn.
Because I ate so much that I gave myself heartburn.
I get that.
And then I went to the medicine cabinet and I got those. I don't know
You're
how much
responsible.
you deal with heartburn.
Not
but
much.
Not much. Okay, so now the
know.
Tums has a new style they come in, which are
Ooh.
quite good. It's like a candy, but it's a hard shell, so you got to really let it sit in your
Oh,
mouth.
yeah, I have had those.
Yeah,
Those are good.
yeah.
Wait, were you a fat kid not to get? Because I was a fat kid, and that's like something I would have said. Those are good. Those Tums are good. So you got to let it sit in your mouth.
You were a fat kid?
I
would never guess
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I guess you work hard at it because you don't look like you would
I
be that at all.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I used to talk about it more, but then people would be like, "I was a fat kid too," and then they would show me. Sometimes they would show me a picture of them when they were a fat kid, and they
Yeah.
would be like a fatter kid than I was, and
Right.
I'd feel bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm not that.
Right.
Oh, you're gross.
Yeah. And, I'm like, and then they'll be like, "Let me see a picture." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not important. It's
I
not
was just a
important."
little chubby. The evidence I feel like in the morning is, I mean,
Oh, but I
Yeah,
woke
it's
up. But I
awful.
woke up and I was.
yeah, the Tums.
I had someone in bed with me, and they were like, "You were choking," and then you realized what you were choking on, and you never woke up. And you just started eating them, and you just turned into such a big smile that you like found candy in your mouth, like 6 a.m. Just like, what is?
Yep.
Oh, it's
Strawberry.
It's candy. This is, and it went back to bed, and that's.
You are a
That
disgusting
is how
child.
you become this.
There was one video he sent to the group after we kind of like revealed this in our group chat where he like the video just like meandered from his couch through the kitchen to the bathroom.
Of you asleep?
Of me waking up like
afterwards.
like
Oh,
finding
got it,
finding
got it,
morning.
yeah,
There's a
got it.
wrapper here, and
Yes,
the garbage is
yes.
pulled out, and the fridge was open. It looked like Hank the Tank, the bear who's terrorizing California, just eating everybody. It looked like someone ransacked the house, except it's just his house.
It was
I had,
yeah, all the
one
doors
time I
open.
had peanut butter on the light switch. So I was in the bathroom and I look up and I saw this like it was like a
And-
murder print on the thing, but of peanut butter. And I
Were
was
you
like,
just,
God.
You think you were Winnie the
I
Poohing it?
know I
Just-
was doing that, which is awful. It's so. Have you ever said something when you're sleep talking that you want to say in real life but won't, and then you said it? Because I did that one time.
What did you say?
I was in a relationship and I was like, am I allowed to swear?
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. Like, this is a goddamn disaster. And then yeah, exactly. And then she said I said that in the morning, and she was
That's
like,
brilliant,
and she was
though.
like, and you said I can't fucking stand how you watch TV all night. And I was like, I didn't say that. Never.
I actually
Yeah.
think that's brilliant, though, if you are a sleep talker, to use it to your advantage. Because
Mm.
I have been on the other end of intense manipulation that I did not realize till after the fact.
Oh my god.
I was like these 2 times. 2 different girls were like snooping through my phone and shit like that. And it wasn't like anything to find, but it was just
Sure.
like they were bringing up details and being like, "You said that in your sleep,"
Right.
and I was like,
Oh,
I didn't say that in my
yeah.
sleep." Like,
Nice try.
You know, I remember what it was. It was. I was like seeing somebody, but we really weren't like fully dating.
Sure.
So she went through my phone, saw that I was talking to other girls, whatever, just having like, you know, being single. And then she told me that like in my sleep I said that. And I was like, you know, dude, I guess so, because I don't have evidence. But I was like, I don't think I would say that.
Nah.
Like, I know what I do. Usually what I do is I say words, but it's just gibberish.
Exactly.
I'd be like, whiskey bottle, phone,
Exactly.
mic. And then you'd be like, what are you talking about?
Right.
I'm like, so I was manipulated that way. But you know,
That's
you're
a
too afraid
bitch
to
move.
Oh, yeah.
That's a bitch
Yeah,
move.
so I
But
didn't- I
also
didn't-
like tip my cap. Pretty
well, that's
smart.
the thing.
It's pretty
That's
smart,
why-
but because it's gonna make you question your entire like.
Right.
You're not
Who
gonna,
existed.
right, you're not
And
gonna
then-
fall
and then-
asleep.
And every time I went to sleep, I was like, just zip
Right.
my throat. You know what I mean? Like, keep that shit quiet
Kevin
tonight,
got
man.
wisdom tooth surgery every night
Yeah.
before bed.
I'm stuffing it in there. I didn't realize it till way too late, and I was like, that was fucked, man. That was really
bitch.
dirty.
That's
But
really dirty.
I also think it's a. On the flip side, I think we should do it more. Because like, if you're afraid to say something, just be like, shh, like, I don't think this is gonna work out. I really have like love for you in my heart, but I don't think I'm in love with you.
Just can't commit right now. Right.
One time I was I had a nightmare that it was something like the room was on fire and the air conditioner was like the source of the fire or something like that. But like that doesn't even matter. Long story short is I woke up and thought there was a fire, and I just ran and saved myself. I didn't help her. I didn't get the dog. I was just Costanza-ing and I was running out. And then I got
There's a rapist in the mix. And I'm like, what?
I got to the front door of my apartment, opened it up, and that's when it snapped me out. Usually I like have one thing that kind of like jars
Did you
me.
Right.
get caught?
Yeah, did you tell her? Were
Like,
you-
did she know?
Yeah.
that
Oh
you-
yeah. No. That and then
You
she
told her?
No, because I woke up and I must have been saying something.
Right, right.
Fire, whatever.
Ah.
And then she was more in the first couple minutes was kind of like, or she got out of bed and she's like, "Are you fucking okay? Like,
Right.
come back to bed." And then she was like, "You know, you thought there was a fire and you didn't really do anything."
You were asleep. You were asleep.
Also, I'm not a hero.
Right, what are you supposed
if,
to do?
If there's a fire, it's every man for himself,
Right.
dude.
You didn't want to wake her up. You know.
That would have been a whole thing. Just let you die in your sleep. You'll be fine.
I want to stop sleep eating so bad though, because it drives me nuts. Because like I'm just like so sick of it.
Every night thing, sort of?
I took a pause for maybe 4 months, and then it came back about a week ago, and I kind of forgot about it. And then when I was watching your episode, like it came flooding back. Like that's who you are. I do this all the time.
You start having like a born supremacy, like, oh yeah, I do
Yes.
remember my training.
It was
Son
like-
of
All of a sudden, she's a chef.
Have you tried anything to curb it?
I've tried taking magnesium at night. I tried meditating, but
Yeah, are
nothing.
you just not asleep enough? Because I know for a fact I talk and walk when I'm going through like very stressful times of my life.
Yeah,
when
that
I'm
would make
not when I'm
sense.
not stressed, I just go to sleep. When I am stressed, I'm in some sort of weird limbo.
I feel like I'm not that stressed right now, and I even
Really?
got a watch to monitor my stress levels, and it says I'm not that stressed.
That's the most stressed thing a person can do, though.
right. Yeah,
Be like,
Try to figure out how stressed I am.
is it your heart rate and blood pressure and stuff?
yeah. It's supposed to be. It's
I'm
supposed
dead.
to be. Yeah, 112 BPM.
What I want is a watch that maybe that's how it measures it, but I want the screen to be like stressed as fuck.
Yeah, right.
Or, you know,
Really
like, sort of
break
like,
it down.
like you need to chill.
Right.
Like, seriously,
Yeah.
this is getting dangerous. Because I'm like, I don't really get the numbers. Those are probably not
Actually,
good.
that's
but,
true.
You know?
You're right. 102.
That's
102 heart rate?
Yeah.
That's a little high.
Really?
Remember that time we
I
got.
want to say like you're in the 80s.
Remember when I got to
right?
120?
Oh no, I'm in the 80s and I'm crazy high.
What?
But also, we're not doing it like that's not resting. We're basically running.
Right.
There was one
So-
time we had a heart monitor, and I strapped it on, and I was like in like the 90s and 100s, and I started to freak out. Remember that?
Right.
And then I was like, let's see how high we can get it. And I was just getting myself hyped up, and it was like 110, 115, 120, and I was like, I'm gonna die podcasting.
right.
Cause of death, heart exploded while doing a podcast.
Viral video.
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
I definitely, if I'm gonna die soon, please let it be on camera.
Amen. I say
Right?
that every day.
All the
Every
fucking
day.
time. I need like, or maybe like not die. Like I want to be able to reap the benefits of like the new
Of
followers,
course.
and then I can cash out.
True.
See you
Absolutely.
later. I'm sure you've probably talked about it and told the story a million times, but the bit from your stand up about being on tour with Louis is just. It's so fucking funny.
Thank you, I appreciate
It is
that.
so good. And
Thanks.
it's obviously, there's some obviously not funny parts of that story, but it's also so unique. You're one of like the only people in the world that were like, unfortunately, but for a comedian, kind of interestingly, a part of it.
I was worried about doing that one because I didn't want it to seem like I was like making fun of him. I just want to be making fun of myself in it.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of nervous because like I've seen him around a couple times. We always have like really friendly exchanges, but I wonder if he's seen that joke. And then I want to be like, I wasn't making. Because I used to have, I mean, not to get too into all of that, but I didn't want him to think I was making fun of him.
Yeah. Well, so for the people who don't know, you're kind of saying you were the only person that Louis didn't do that in front of.
I'm sure he didn't do it in front of a lot of people, but in my
yeah.
my mom asked, she was like, did he jerk? Actually, I kind of made the whole thing up, but I did open for him, but some version of my mom was like, did he jerk off in front of you? And I said, no. And she was like, oh, were you the only one? And then I like do a whole thing about it.
Yeah.
But I like didn't want it to seem like I was making fun of him too much.
Right. No, I didn't ever took it that way.
Okay,
I
good.
thought it was
I
just a
appreciate
very
that.
good self-deprecating bit
'Cause
about like,
do you guys
well,
read-
why wouldn't you jerk off in front of me? What the
Right.
fuck?
Yeah. What the hell?
You do kind of get to like
Totally.
what am I not hot enough?
Exactly. I literally I had bad acne and I took Accutane like pretty much around that and not like that kind of like pushed me to go in and do the Accutane.
That was it?
That was
Shut up.
it. Because I had like bad acne and like I was like, I'm scared of taking Accutane because it's
Yeah, you
supposed to
might
make
kill
you depressed.
yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I went in and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm ready. Like, let's do it. And the nurse was like,
Louis
why?
already pushed me over the edge.
I told her that. She was like, you need to go be on something else. I'm like, all right.
Pimples. I think it's deep depression and insecurity.
We might have some other issues.
That's fucking hilarious. Accutane was wild. We've said, man, I think, Accutane was. How old are you?
I'm 36, but I didn't get Botox.
So right.
That's why I look maybe
Me too.
younger.
But this era of ours like grew up on like, hey, you got pimples, take this
Right.
medicine, it will fucking work, but you also might kill yourself.
Right.
And parents, mothers, and everyone were like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, because you know what's you know what else is gonna kill me? These pimples. I'm gonna kill myself over this fucking face.
I remember I was taking a medication that it was an acne thing. I forget what it was. It wasn't Accutane. It was something that was like harsh on your liver. Right? And I started taking it when I was like 14 or 15. And I never even had that. But I got like a pimple and was like, Mom, I gotta go to a dermatologist. Like that. Like
When
I
you're
didn't
a
have
kid, it feels like the end of the world.
right.
Yeah.
Getting like one. And so I go to the dermatologist. I get on this medicine that's like again pretty harsh on your liver. And then when I'm like 22 or 23, I go back to a doctor. Right, where they run the full test. And they're like, your liver enzymes are like a little high. Like, do you drink alcohol? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you're not allowed to on this medication.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, well, they gave it to me 7
Yeah,
years ago.
right.
No
You
one
weren't
mentioned
drinking.
Yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah,
a time
yeah,
when you
yeah.
would tell someone
Right.
to get like,
Right.
so someone along the way should have told me,
Yeah.
hey, if you're
Wow.
still on this medicine, stop
Yeah.
fucking drinking on it.
Information I could have used months ago. And like,
Imagine that though. You're
was like-
14. The doctor's like, so listen. In a few years, you're gonna be a degenerate binge drinker, okay? And you can't do that, kiddo.
And it was like I was of legal drinking age for a year or two, but I'd been drinking
Sure.
for probably 5-6 years.
course.
Probably like a year after you got that.
Right.
That medicine.
did it do permanent damage?
No.
It was all the other behavior that did it.
Right.
But I mean, between the Accutane, girls getting on birth control when they're like 10,
Right.
and Ritalin and Adderall,
Yes.
like I mean,
It's a lot of pills.
Yeah, and
It's a lot
I'm
of
pretty
pills.
sure we're all gonna hit, like 70 and go like blind and deaf and drop dead, and they're gonna be like, why?
What? Can't-
like historians will
Yeah.
look back and be like, they were doing all of that. Oh, and they were like, on phones and computers
Right.
like 22 hours a day.
I think about that
Of
too.
course. I always say I think that sociologists or whatever are going to be like, can you believe that they just had access to social media like all the time? Like
Yeah,
they
it's
never
crazy.
limited themselves at all. They were
Crazy.
because that's doing shit to our brain that I think is worse than anything.
Yeah, and when you try to limit it, like I feel like it's mocking me almost. Like the other day, Instagram said tried to set a thing where I could only be on it for 2 hours,
Yeah.
and then it said I think it was literally maybe 9 a.m. and I was just like,
Exceeded your time.
scrolling, and it said you reached your limit, and I was like, oh, we're just getting started.
We're running it up today, baby.
Yeah, I was like, no. My phone will literally say I've been on social media for like 20. I swear it's like 24 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
And then I went away for a couple days, which is a very rare occurrence, and my screen time was down 26% that
Wow.
week, and I was all proud of myself. But I realized it was only because I just took a couple days off.
Right.
It went right
Right.
back up. It's not because I changed any habits.
Right.
It is sickening. I've gotten to the point I'm like on the phone in the shower.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like-
you've talked about that before. It's
That's impressive.
crazy.
Because I listen to podcasts and music
Sure.
in the shower and stuff, and I just have like a little shelf that I put it on so I can hear it. But then
you
it's
can
also
reach it.
that's also
Doesn't it
right
get
there.
like,
Yeah.
you don't have like a waterproof protection? Doesn't it get like water splashed on it?
A little bit, but it's like
That's
the
crazy.
shower
Just be
head-
like, well, yeah, of course it
shower
does.
head's here, and it's just kind of like it's like parallel to
You've got
it.
a system.
It does. It really doesn't get wet. I'm sure like some splashes, but it's just because I will say this. Shout out to Nick,
You know what I'm
our
gonna do?
producer.
I'm gonna buy you an Amazon thing. How about that?
An Amazon thing?
Like a speaker. If
Oh,
I
yeah.
bought you a speaker, would you use a speaker, Kev?
I have a speaker. I don't need that.
So the answer to that's a no.
yeah,
But the problem is too, you got to get your hands on the phone, otherwise it's going to be stuck playing something you don't want to be stuck listening.
Sure. And sometimes my alarm goes off. And I'm already in
Yeah.
the shower. I got turned off. But we always get credit. We always get mentions that our volume is high enough, Nick. So good job. Because a lot of these podcasts out here aren't high enough. And even though I do have the speaker, I don't have it set up. So I put it near me. But then here's the thing. I also enjoy the shower. I'm hanging
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
And it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like a little
It's you
party.
time.
So then I'm like, let me check out what's going on.
Absolutely.
Browsing through music, browsing through podcasts.
I've done it.
Yeah. You
Don't
do that
act
too?
like you're above
Yeah.
being on the
I've
phone.
done it.
I am 100% above being on the phone in the shower. I'll say
I've
that.
done it.
I'm above literally nothing else on the planet.
Why
But
are you
that's where I draw the
above that?
line.
You should try it. It's great.
It's just I don't have.
To me, the
maybe
shower
if
is a
you-
social time. I'm hanging out.
You know how I very generously offered to buy you a speaker. If you perhaps very generously offered to have a handyman come build me a shelf that close to
Sure.
my shower head.
Yeah.
Now it is a high shower head. I'm a rain guy. I'm a
Oh,
rain.
okay.
Oh,
So
a nice shower head is like,
It would be
Life
In fact,
changer.
there just went like a viral clip with like guys talking about guys get shampoo out of their hair by looking at the shower head. And girls
turn
get it out
around.
behind it.
Yeah.
And like
wait, what?
It was a video.
Wait.
I think that's just a short hair, long hair thing, to be honest.
I think it's a
But
short
it is
person, tall person
girls-
thing.
So you'll go like this?
Yeah.
Well-
yeah, you turn around. So
I
it is a
think
girl thing.
so.
'Cause I thought it was gonna be a short hair thing.
I think
I look
it's-
at the shower and I put my head down to wash it
I don't
out.
know what the hell I do in there. I like black out.
I think in general, not even just washing your hair, the idea is supposed to be that girls turn.
Oh no, I think I go like this.
I go
I think.
face. I'm drinking it. I'm spitting it. And I'm just giving myself a facial. Like,
It is. I think it makes more sense now. I think it's because I don't think it's really a guy girl thing. I think it's a height thing,
Right.
Because
That makes sense.
most women are under the shower head.
Right,
still
right,
when they're
right,
here,
right.
Whereas a guy like when
Can
the
I-
shower's hitting me in the shoulders,
Right.
Yeah.
Unless so, like I like leaning back like that would be crazy.
Yeah.
So it's easier to just turn this way.
Yeah.
And go like that.
I've also potentially come up with another thing as well because
Hmm.
any girl I've ever been in the shower with makes that shit hot as fuck.
Hmm.
And I think that's a height thing too.
I hate. I'm not into doing the shower stuff. I feel like it sounds better than
Oh,
actually.
yeah, yeah.
100%.
No, I'm talking about like
Goddamn
literally
nightmare.
again just hanging out. Like shower sex and 69ing to me is
I totally agree.
You're done when you're fucking 15.
Totally, 100%.
It's cool. You put your nose in some places,
Totally.
you see some things,
Right.
but you're not enjoying it because you're not
100%.
relaxed. You're not doing your best because your neck's so fucked up. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I disagree with everyone.
I
here.
know he's a weird
look
little
at 69.
fucking.
Good
Well,
for
but I think we're on the same page that it's not like it's a novelty.
It's a novelty.
You're doing
sure.
it for
Yes,
the
yes,
for the
yes,
effect.
yes. But I
And
like
so
a lot of
is-
novelty things.
And so is shower sex, where it's just like Ironically, the water makes things drier. It's crazy.
Have you ever been in a shower that has it from? I was in this really fancy shower once, and it had it from multiple, and you go like this, and then it would like different ones would shoot out.
You can clap?
No.
Like a clapper?
Yep.
Whoa.
See, I'll tell you what. I don't think I'd shower.
You wouldn't?
I think I'd say this is a little confusing for me. This is above my pay grade.
It's too much clapping.
Whenever I shower at a friend's place, at
the Miami hotel?
The Miami hotel.
I knew it about him. This was a moment where I was like, we really are like a married couple.
Yeah.
We got to Miami. We go to our separate rooms. I go to take a shower. It was like a high-tech one. And I filmed it, and I was like, John's not going to know how to do this. John's going to be out on this shower.
Yeah,
He was like, I tried it. I didn't even.
And then when I jumped in
the
the pool, I was like, I'm not doing this. This is a whole
Too many knobs?
Because too many knobs.
was
Yeah, when you're trying to figure out like
Mm.
what does what, like this is pressure, this is temperature, this is so and so. This one's this nozzle, this one's that nozzle. There's
Do you know what I'm a huge fan of though?
The moving one.
The
too much.
digital temperature.
I don't. That's a world I don't live in.
Have you ever had
I
one
also
of those?
appreciate that
because
too.
then you just know.
Yeah, that's the clapping one.
Yeah,
too. It was.
yeah.
I was at some relative's house, and they had like really very nice house. When I went in, they had a digital thing, and it played music in there. It was pretty sweet.
I feel
wouldn't
like I've
even
only
know
done
what
it once.
temperature I like.
But that's the
Really?
thing.
Yeah,
What
I would guess.
figure it out.
I would guess 80.
I was gonna say 72 for me, but I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Guys, you're both idiots.
Really?
It's like 100.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Because I set my.
72. You said 72.
I'm
You
all
said
fucked
72.
up
That's
with
like room
temperature.
temp.
72 is like the ocean temperature.
Yeah,
Like
that's a nice
like
temperature.
to shower in?
I'd go a
you would
little
be
warmer than
freezing
that.
Cold.
Like
70,
a nice ocean.
70-degree shower would be
Yeah.
like freezing cold.
Really?
Yes.
Because I've got
Yes.
this. What's it called? It's a infrared sauna sleeping bag thing.
Oh yeah.
Lovely.
What's
Can't-
that?
I can't recommend it enough. There's one
a
called
cryo
Higher
chamber?
Dose. No, it's like that, but it's much smaller. Actually, it's not like that at all. It's like that, and that's a health thing.
Yeah,
but it's the opposite of that because it's super hot. But that I think is 100, and I'm sweating my brains out.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're a hot shower.
Maybe it's 180. I'm really.
Getting a little
Now
more
that
sense.
now that I
It's
look you
not
in the
like-
eyes, I think I got that wrong.
It's not like I think air temperature and water temperature are very different things. I remember when we were in Miami, that I remember pushing it to like I was like high 100s.
Ooh.
And I wanted to be like, I'm gonna get to 110. I want to get to 110.
Oh, high one. Okay, I was seeing like high
Yeah.
100 and like 100.
No, yeah, 100 to 110. But whatever the number may be, fucking 32 degrees, whatever.
Yeah.
You just know it. So you just get in the shower and boop, 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 boop,
Right,
and then you
I
know
would
your
love
shower.
that.
You know, because even to this day, I know kind of where my knob needs to go, but not totally, really.
Little things like that make your life so much
better.
easier and
So much
streamlined.
better, yeah.
Because there's so many things where I'm like, man, I feel like everything's a thing. Because I always
sit
am
there.
losing stuff.
It's like
and
another
time
extra
sucks.
minute of your life. Yep.
Don't have the time. Gotta
I
get back on
also-
Instagram. I don't have time for this shit.
I do feel like my temperature does change sometimes, though. Like, sometimes I get in and the same knob, I'm like,
Right.
like this is burning me.
Yeah.
And other times, but what I was saying about the girls is, you know, when we're closer to the shower head, and that
I never
water,
thought about
that
You think
water
the temperature
pressure-
is changing that
I
much?
do, because if you like sit on the floor of the shower, it gets like cold. The water
You've
like
had
gets
some
cold.
tough days, huh?
I was just gonna say, the only time I've done that is when I'm super depressed. But I get it. I so get it.
Like
I so get it.
I told you it's a social thing for me. I'm hanging out in there, but yeah, also wildly depressed. Yes.
I get it.
Bro, you sit on the floor of your shower is a tough visual. It's just,
What is it better than you're better than me if you were sitting in your shower?
Mine? Well, no.
Why would you sit in the shower and be better than me?
Because, okay, I can tell you exactly why.
Oh,
Because
wow.
I would, in my shower, I would be crisscross applesauce.
So would I.
No, not in your, because you have a tub shower.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I mean,
You
I
don't?
have a tub, but I have a shower.
Oh, you do?
Ooh, lovely.
Okay, all right. So I'm misremembering your bed because
No,
I
that-
think in
yeah,
a tub shower when you're more
'cause when
fetal
if you're
position.
Oh.
this,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're like
That's
on the verge of
Ooh.
suicide.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
No, I would just do Indian style and just sit there. I love it. If I could take like an hour shower every day. I mean, I basically do. It's like I just build that hour in. I'm gonna hang
Yeah.
out in here for a while.
Relaxing time.
Not an hour. That's a really long time.
Do you guys do cryotherapy? Have you ever tried that?
No.
It
I haven't
felt
cried-
great.
I've done some.
That's
I've
cold
done.
or hot?
freezing.
Yeah.
It's so cold.
I'm not a fan of that. I don't think.
I've done Russian baths where you.
I've
like,
never done that.
You go back and forth to like they have the ice room and then they have the ice pool and then they also have the schwitz room.
Ooh.
And this and that. It's crazy. There was a time I was there once and this dude was like he was. It's the characters you run into a Russian bathhouse
I can imagine.
are literally exactly what you can imagine.
I can
Like
imagine, yeah.
there are no surprises in a Russian bathhouse.
It's like, boy, you really are living up to the stereotype.
Yeah, they are exactly what they are.
On the nose.
And there was one time where this guy he had almost looked like you ever seen the movie Eastern Promises with Viggo Mortensen? Like
No.
a naked fight scene. It's like 10 naked dudes fighting. It's a wild scene. But they're all covered in tattoos, like Russian mafia men. And this guy's covered in tattoos, got big angel wings on his back, and he's they're all very nice. They all because
they
want
talk in there?
Yeah, talk.
Oh, I
nonstop.
hate that.
They want to grow the
like that.
community, so they're teaching me how to do it. So they're being like, all right, so here's how you get, because I wouldn't know.
Right.
They're like, you want to be in here for only 3 or 4 minutes, then you jump into the cold pool.
Okay,
then
that's nice.
Then you head over to the Russian bath for 3 to 4 minutes. Then
How
you go to
long
the
are
cold
you in
room.
your thing?
My
Cryo.
the cryo thing 2-3 minutes, but the
Okay.
sauna thing, I'll
Yeah.
sit in there like a long time.
And it's a sleeping bag, you said?
It's a sleeping bag. It's an infrared sauna sleeping bag. I think you're only supposed to be in there for 45 minutes, but when I'm really cold, I'll like run home and then go get in it.
Do you have clothes on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried doing it without clothes, wasn't good. Can't recommend.
Don't recommend, yeah.
Don't recommend. It was like
0 out of 10, do not recommend.
and I kept moving my like legs and feet around, like trying to like it was too hot, and I was like, ew, ew, ew. And instead of getting out, I just kept wiggling myself, and then finally I was like, ow! But it's the type of thing no one's gonna have any sympathy.
Yeah,
for,
no, you're doing that to yourself.
Yeah.
I have not done this yet, the sleeping bag thing. I'm a huge weighted blanket fan.
I like a weighted
big on
blanket.
weighted.
I like a weighted blanket. I
I
don't
don't
know
know
why I
why.
don't love it.
I don't know why I don't get hot, but I don't. Because people are always like, I'm gonna sweat, and I run hot, and I don't sweat. I don't know. It's just I also have one that is it's technically cooling. I don't know how that
Ooh.
works. It's like it's a blanket, but it's cooling.
Yeah, they do that a lot with the
But-
blankets and the comforters, cooling comforters.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is
like,
that? Is it just a marketing thing?
Probably
I
because
mean,
it's like
I
Sure,
wish I
some-
thought of something like that. Cooling socks. Maybe I'll try to do that.
just say it though.
Right.
You know?
It's cooling. It's
also,
from
like,
the Himalayan mountains. Like
the-
buzzwords.
Yeah,
They're
big
time right now.
Yeah, if the Himalayan mountains could like sue, they would.
Oh,
You're just
absolutely.
using my name on everything.
Yeah, none of this shit comes from me.
But the blanket inherently, the main job is to keep you warm.
Right.
So then how can you say, but it's also cooling? It's
Right.
like- it must just be like it can breathe a little bit or something like that.
How weighted is your blanket?
So I've got a 25-pounder.
Okay, maybe that was my problem because I got a 45-pounder.
Whoa!
Yeah, it
That's
was a
bit much.
lot. It was
That
like
is
the
a lot.
heaviest one. I cranked
Right.
it up.
You've done 2.
I've done 2 that got me to
25 and
45.
Yeah, it's a
and
lot.
20.
Got me to 40.
45.
It was comforting, but then I remember when I had to like move it, I was like, "This."
Yeah,
That's gotta be like
Be a
half your
fire
body
hazard.
weight. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
yeah. That's like that.
I
Also,
think
like,
it was 45. I gotta start paying more attention to numbers. I'm an idiot. I'm really dumb.
you get that. I mean, it happened to me, so I imagine it's happened to you as well. But like when you're under a 45, like your feet are just going. Woof.
Yeah.
You just get-
That is a
you're
problem
pinned
for
down.
me. When if I sleep very soundly under the blanket, I wake up and like I'm stiff because like I haven't even wiggled or rolled over at all because that's just keeping me locked in.
Right.
But it's also keeping me asleep because I'm depressed and anxious at night, and this thing helps me out. So
I'm glad you don't sleep from the anxiety.
Yeah.
Because I
yeah.
think that if we got a heavy enough blanket, I even thought one time about like tying my feet to the something to like so it would wake me up before I could get up. But that seemed too much.
What?
Like getting either a really heavy weighted blanket
Right.
or tying my feet. Like if I know I'm going to be super anxious, then
Oh, so you're not moving and shit?
and then, so I don't wake up and go eat. I even put a lock on my refrigerator one time.
Oh, you are deep in the game.
I'm deep in the game. It's a big problem. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
if you've got
crazy.
like a padlock on your fridge, you're nuts.
Well, I never locked it though. I couldn't cross the line. I put it on there.
Yeah.
This is when I was
What
single
about-
too, and I was like, I can't have someone over to the apartment, and then like, how do I explain this?
Oh, that's just my sleeping in line.
Yeah, I'm like, ah.
What about, God forbid, you fucking tie yourself up and there's like a fire or something?
That's why I didn't do it.
Could you imagine they find your remains and it's just a charred fucking
I was
ankle
into some
tied
weird
to a
sex
yeah,
shit
that is true.
by myself. like who
I've
is she
heard of
with?
auto asphyxi-
Yeah.
erotic asphyxiation. How about
This ankle
arson?
stuff.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't do it. But that's as close as I got to like being like, I gotta figure this out.
those are extra steps though.
Yeah.
That's like you really have.
The only
You have a
extra step
problem.
I ever took was
problem.
like I was like, I'll get really high before bed and maybe I'll sleep deep enough. And
Yeah, you know what the
turns
problem
out
is?
that makes you hungrier.
You know the problem is I eat too much at night. So what I'm gonna do? Smoke weed.
Yeah.
That I get so stereotypically high. I get giggly and
Oh, giggly's
eat, like-
nice.
It's nice, but it's like I can't. You would be like annoyed to be high around me because I'm like a high school kid who's giggling and then like the munchies. You know, it's like
Yeah.
all right. Have you ever been high before? I'm like, yeah. It always happens this way.
I get that.
But then I eat like There was a period of time where I was smoking a lot. I was just eating. I'm admitting a lot of depressing things. In this podcast. I was just eating.
Everyone does that,
Great fucking slices of white bread.
Oh yeah,
Just like good old Wonder Bread.
I fucking love white bread.
What?
I love because I didn't grow up with any of that stuff. My mom's a health nut, so when I remember I had this friend Harrison Hines, and his mom had white bread, and I remember like I'd always be going in. I was stealing from them basically. 'Cause at that point, I crossed the line from like, oh, your friend can have some snacks. Like I was eating all their white bread, and I remember it so well. I loved it.
My mom and I one time broke into a friend's house.
To get their white bread.
No, to steal their cake.
Oh,
What? Like that joke was not far off from the reality. You know?
No, they had a cake and it was like really good. And my mom was like, you want to go in and get it? And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to go in and get it. So
His mom is a recurring character here. By the way. That might be her weirdest story. Why? What? Break in? What?
It's like they don't lock.
You couldn't like
she
ask
knew-
for some cake?
She knew they don't lock their doors, and she was like,
Oh, yeah.
She's like, they don't lock their doors. You want to get the
And was
cake?
this some sort of like special?
It's
like,
just they
couldn't
make
get it at
really
a
good
store?
cake. And so we just like we were like outside.
I mean,
the
I have to have this cake now.
I know it's a good ad for some incredible cake. How much did you guys have?
we took the cake.
Oh shit! Did you ever tell
was
them
picturing
that?
I
Elaine
think
shit slicing up
maybe
the cake.
maybe we just took a few. Nah, we must have taken it because we'd be bad burglars. We'd be like because they probably wouldn't notice a slice or two missing if we took the
Right.
whole cake.
Well, that's
Oh, you wanted them to
if
know.
it was fresh.
yeah.
It was fresh, but like in Seinfeld, Elaine, when she like, there's already a piece taken, so or she kind of cuts like the edges.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You could if it was already sliced. You could.
It was
kinda
definitely
hide
already
it, but-
sliced, except because the reason I wanted more is
You
I'd already had a
some.
slice, and I got
Gotcha.
home and I was like, "Hey, they make great cake."
How old are you?
2 years ago.
I would say I was 11.
Your mom just you never had a shot, dude. You never had a shot at being a good person.
Did it affect your friendship with these people? Like, were you at their house? Like,
No,
Did they
actually
catch
they're
you?
family.
Did they
Oh, know?
So
nice.
we're
Do they know it was you?
we later confessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like
What do you guys have? The 5-year
not
rule?
like in a week after, but like in
Oh,
a 5-year
really?
but like it wasn't super long until we
right,
confessed,
and they weren't
really.
freaking out. They weren't like, "What kind of psychopath?"
Yeah, no,
steals into the-"
they knew it was good cake. When you got
Right.
good cake on the property, people are gonna try and break
that
in.
is like the best compliment you can get.
Right?
Absolutely.
And
I
it's
baked
also-
such a bomb ass cake that people fucking break in and
Break in and
steal it.
steal
I hate to victim blame, but if you're gonna keep something like that in the house, lock it up.
You're asking for it.
Right?
Social media these days, you're get that someone's gonna just clip that. You're like, "I hate the victim blame," but and then just cut something like, "Oh god," just on loop.
You know what I mean? Like Zales jewelry, they lock up when they leave the house.
True.
Okay,
True.
It's
precious.
You got,
True.
fucking cake in there.
What
You
kind
lock
of
the door.
cake?
Just
Yeah,
a
what-
chocolate cake. It was it was her grandmother's recipe. It was my aunt's grandmother's recipe.
It's always a fucking grandma.
And
Yeah.
I
Just
I
tell
used to
us.
work for her when I
Yeah,
was
why
much
is it always a
younger
secret?
as like butter. It's always
Yeah,
a
just
secret.
butter and salt,
Yeah.
butter and salt, butter and salt.
It was like I worked. She had a catering company, and I was like, "You make the best lobster corn chowder. What do you put in it? Butter. Like,
Yeah.
it's best cake. What's in it? Butter.
Butter.
Like, it was always just like
It's-
this. Just
doesn't
a
take much,
shitload
man.
of butter and everything.
It really is a
I actually was
easy
just
cheat
reading
code.
Anthony Bourdain, and he had the same thing. Where he's
Mm-hmm.
like, people are like, "How do you make food? Because it's good food." He's like, "It's butter. It's all. If you're
All
out
the
at
time.
dinner, if you're out to eat, ordering the healthy meal. Like you're eating just shitloads of fucking butter."
Did you read his biography? I didn't. I never read books.
I didn't. I
same.
read Kitchen Confidential recently, which I thought was good. I wasn't like, holy shit, it's unbelievable. I thought it was very good, but that's the most. I'm not like a Bourdain maniac, but people tell me a lot. I
People
would like
love him. Like
So
I mean,
I'm
he was a
trying.
cool cat, but
Absolutely.
one of those after death things where he became, an icon.
But
Absolutely.
It's like,
he
where were you
wasn't even,
motherfuckers
in
when I was alive?
I think he's an icon in a field, and then after death, that people just talk about it more.
Yeah.
but like, I mean, he done.
Oh, he
what,
was
like,
already
like
a
15
monster.
seasons.
he was
For
very
sure.
super.
For sure.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. I think he became more of a life icon, not just a
crossover.
celebrity chef sort of thing.
Yeah,
Because it was tragic
was-
and he overcame drugs
Yes,
and then obviously
yes.
succumbed to it. So like
Yes.
a lot of it was like that.
Yeah.
But
I should read his biography because I probably read like a couple biographies a year, but I would read his biography.
Yeah, he seems like one of the most
Yeah.
interesting cats out there.
I read Kevin Hart's one. Did you guys read that one?
No,
No.
he's awesome.
Yeah,
though,
I
man.
read that one. That was
He's-
great.
He is he's almost too successful.
I
It's
know.
like, what the fuck? dude?
I'm glad you
Like-
said it.
we just interviewed him and Nelly a little while
Nelly?
ago. Yeah.
You guys had him on the same episode?
Yeah, they were together.
Whoa,
and
are
let me
they
tell
friends?
You want to hear a story?
Please,
Well, so
Nelly.
what the reason I brought it up is because their wives are doing a like a Real Housewives sort of thing. I can't remember the name of it. It's
Okay.
called like the Husbands of the
Husbands of Hollywood. He
Husbands
does
of Hollywood,
that.
right.
House. Okay.
Okay, so that's what it was. My point being that I was like, how much money do you need, Kevin Hart? You
Yeah,
should
what
do
do
this
you-
show too.
right.
But Nelly is on that with him. While we were interviewing him, Nelly's sex tape went viral.
I didn't know Nelly had a sex tape.
So, well, sex tape is a broad term. A video of a girl sucking a dick, we don't really know if it was his or not, was posted to Nelly's Instagram stories. So it says like Nelly, and then she's going at it.
He came out and apologized that was.
It was him. Yeah.
Oh,
I think he tried
really?
to play the hacked card at first,
Yeah, I think.
which is so silly.
well, it definitely must have gotten hacked.
Yeah,
Even if
'cause,
it
like-
is him, he probably didn't want to post it.
yeah, I suppose you're right.
I think he said
Yeah,
that was
you're right.
supposed to be a private message or something. And
Yeah,
then
that
Oh,
hit
all
the
right.
story.
that-
Yeah, I'd say so.
yes.
But get this. So while we're interviewing him is when the thing goes viral. And we're mid-interview, and he looks down at his phone and he goes, oh, God. And like his whole demeanor shifted, and
Sure.
he showed it to Kevin, and Kevin was like, "Whoop," and the whole interview was very kind of like disconnected, and we were like, well, that kind of
What's
sucked.
going on?
And then we
Yeah.
went back and looked afterwards, like, oh, it's because he realized
Wow.
his dick was on the internet like mid-interview.
That's insane.
Yeah,
but
he
the
wore it
ultimate
well.
was,
I-
he was just like, eh.
Like,
Keep
if
it
I
moving. Like,
if I had a sex tape leak in the middle of this interview,
I would melt
I'd be like,
down.
I'm like, hey, I gotta run. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta,
Yeah.
100%. I would just walk into traffic.
I got, yeah, I gotta go kill
I'd be
myself.
like, matter of fact,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd grab
no
that
one
and I'd walk into traffic. I'm out. Nelly is awesome.
Nelly was. I mean, it was.
I would
I
be
wanted another crack
starstruck.
at Nelly because it was
Yeah.
not. But he is very successful. I don't think people quite
Musicians,
realize
very.
how many records he sold. Yeah.
Like, and
10 million that's a big
was it
number.
10 million?
His
I
first
listened to Country
album
Grammar
went fucking diamonds.
so many times.
Yeah.
I was like a fan of Murphy Lee, like
Yeah.
Saint Lunatics.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got a guy here who he loves the Saint Lunatics, and he went to jail one night for intoxication purposes, whatever he did, and he said like the last thing he remembers was the Saint Lunatics song came on, and they were like yeah, shots, and he did that, and then went to jail. Woke up in prison.
What you
in
do
the
after
tank.
that? I get starstruck by musicians.
Yeah, is that
that's
your
about?
thing? Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like with actors or comedians. I mean, I'll be like, oh, great, whatever. But like something about like the only time I've really geeked out was I was backstage somewhere, so it's totally inappropriate because backstage is supposed to be like keeping it cool.
Yeah.
And it was for this like big outdoor concert, and Ashanti was there, and I was like a pretty big Ashanti fan, but for whatever reason, I watched her go by, and she was on a golf cart going to the stage, going really slow. So she's moving slowly by me and security, and as she's going by really slow, she's just looking forward. I went, I'm a big fan, you're going to be awesome, big fan, big fan, big fan. And then she doesn't even turn her head and just keeps going. Slow pace, too, to make it worse.
So you.
She doesn't turn, and then the security guy just went, really? And I was like, ah. But I geeked out.
You didn't do anything. I mean, that's fine. big
The
fan.
only thing I would
embarrassing.
say about that is it's
Not
Ashanti.
cool. I know.
I like Ashanti.
I know.
But, if it was like Mariah Carey
Oh,
or
of
like
course.
a diva. But
Of course.
Ashanti's like, really? I had like, 3-4 hits.
I know.
Like-
And this was probably, maybe it was like 8 years ago, because I remember she was like, thank you guys so much for coming out to see me. But it was like a big concert, and I was like, I don't know if they're here to see you or
Right,
the overall
right.
show. So I was talking shit backstage, too. After like 10, and she was like, I'm the princess of hip-hop and R&B is here. And I was like, Rihanna? But literally moments before, I was like, I love you! It's a fucking monster. But I geek out by musicians. Like, I think Nelly,
You think
I'd be
that
like,
because like you are a comic and so it's similar to like acting that you're not as impressed with that, but music.
Maybe.
Are you musically inclined at all?
No.
Yeah, me neither. So like
Not
I
at
think
all.
I would love to be a drummer. I think that's
Oh,
like the coolest thing in
yeah.
the world, or just have good pipes if I could sing.
Totally.
But I got nothing in that
Nothing,
department.
me
so
neither,
it's like,
nothing.
and not that I could be a stand-up comic or an actor, but it's like
You probably could
I
if you worked at
like
it.
in some sense I could be on set for a movie scene.
absolutely.
There is no world that I could be on stage singing to a fucking sold out arena.
100% same.
Not a chance.
Not a good
Which,
good world.
If you could, what would you do? Music, or like if you had your pick of like winning an Oscar, winning an Emmy, winning a Grammy.
And being actually like good at the thing.
Yeah.
Oh my
Music,
god! I guess a Grammy because it'd be so out of left field. Like everyone would be like, "What?
The
I'm like,
fuck?
"Yeah, you didn't know about that?
Sing too, yeah.
I can sing. You didn't know?
You should have like a Latin award.
Yes.
Grammy. Like all of a sudden, you're like, yeah, I'm huge in South America. You didn't
Could
know?
you imagine? That would be the shit. Like that's such a card to play too.
Right.
Like you're like, well, I'm
Like,
fucking.
Brazil loves me.
Right,
I
exactly.
get mobbed when I go to Brazil.
I was about to say I'm big in Wisconsin. Like even in this like hypothetical scenario, I'm like, yeah, North Dakota loves me. Like, can't get enough.
That's like fucking Hasselhoff in Germany.
Yes.
Right.
It's like-
And that happened with Mark Wahlberg. He got
which
big
I
in
didn't know
Germany,
until
too.
you just brought
No,
that up.
really?
Yeah, he had because he had like his rap career in the beginning,
Of course.
and then he stopped doing that. But he was big in Hamburg.
Huh.
So Germany just loves like bad
Germany
music.
loves
actors.
white guys.
Yeah.
There's something about this guy. We love him.
I have a question.
Anything.
Are you actually a porn commenter?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because that is a good line to keep as well, I think.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, he's asking because I have a joke about it. Yeah,
yeah.
he's not just like looking at that shirt. Like, do you really comment on porn? Because I'm getting a vibe.
Comments are vibes.
Yeah.
But
No, the collar's too tight on that shirt.
Yeah.
I
You
do.
need to stretch that a little
I've
more.
thumbs up. Like, well, this was okay. So
Okay, you're getting there.
I'm getting there.
You have a name?
no.
Okay. The day that you sign up, that's the first domino that
100%.
falls. Because once you're gonna do that, you might as well just fucking let it rip.
Absolutely.
What would your porn name be?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Shit. I don't know. I'd have to really. Do you know what your porn name would be?
I mean, I guess I would just do my my regular handles. But if I was doing a porn name,
Like you as a porn star, or you as a porn commenter?
Commenter.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I was thinking-
Commenter, I'd be like.
I'd probably do the same thing. I'd do my commenter name. I would do one of those fucking things that we did back in the day.
Right.
Like your porn name would be this
your
plus
street
this.
plus your
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, and then mine was always fire. It was your first pet plus the street you live on was the one I grew up with.
Yeah.
Godzilla Highland.
Whoa! But your dick is way too small to be Godzilla. You gotta have a hammer if you're Godzilla.
Bro,
What
you
is it,
gotta
first
have
pet?
you have to have been in like a factory accident to be Godzilla
Yeah,
Highland.
yeah.
It's first pet plus first street name.
Yeah, the street you grew up on.
I would be Jax Fordham.
That's not bad.
I kind of like that.
That's very
Yeah.
I mean,
Ivy
Jax
League.
is cool. Fordham is a bit. One time I lived. How about this? Another street I lived on. Jax Witherby,
Ooh.
and I would be like a
Yeah.
I'd be a porn character that
Yeah,
like
you'd be
is
fucking
yeah.
the maid or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly that.
It is one of those things that like we did this recently with like you're drafting like football players as movie characters.
Yeah.
Movie characters as football players. And anything you say, you can say it as a football player. And a porn
Yeah.
star is kind of the same thing. Like
Right.
like Jax Fordham.
You
like,
say
like,
the
yeah,
voice of that
You
name.
go,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
fucks.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
can say like, basically any name but John Feidelberg. You can make you sound
Yeah. But you also said something interesting. You said you view it like as the guy, right?
Yeah,
Something like
that's
that?
I,
What was
so I
the word you
always
used?
watch. I always watch straight porn, so I always like self-actualize as the guy. I
Self-actualize.
always watch. But this is something about porn commenting I learned recently. So my girlfriend was like, before she knew I like was a porn commenter, she was like, "Ugh, I can't believe like people actually think that those aren't robots. She was like, all the
Yeah.
people that all the comments on porn videos are robots, and I was
Right,
like, not all
no,
the
no,
comments
no.
are robots.
99%, but
I didn't know that.
I didn't.
Is that true? Like, how smart
I
can these
think-
robots be?
I think when you see ones that are like, "Come check out my wet pussy on my page," that is,
Yes.
you know.
But then sometimes you'd see one where, like, this is kind of made me sad. Like, she was like, when you'd see the ones comment, like, oh, like, it's supposed to be from a girl, like, oh, I wish someone would fuck me like that.
Yeah,
I'd watch
yeah,
those,
yeah.
like, yeah, fucking hey. And she said no.
I like. That's why. I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but Pornhub specifically, their comment section is one of the more pleasant comment sections in the world.
Absolutely.
And you do have the guys who are like, I wish I had like love, but I keep finding myself on Pornhub, and it's not
I've
good for
seen
me. And
those.
in the comments,
I've
like,
seen those.
you got this, king. Don't
Yes.
worry, dude.
Yes, I've seen those.
But then it's so funny when that's happening. But then sprinkled in is like my gaping assholes on my page. And it's like we're doing something here, okay?
Yeah.
Hey,
serious
Gape
comment.
Guy 99.
Roxy, okay? Steve's having a hardship right now.
That's actually what made me write about that, was because I saw someone post like that. He
Yeah.
was like,
It's a little community.
dude, I just came, like, I'm so lonely. I didn't think I was lonely, and then I found this. Like, also, will anyone play Minecraft with me? Thumbs up.
Yeah, I play Minecraft. Let's fucking go. But wait, so you watch and you kind of pretend you're the dude.
Yeah, like seeing
Even
it
though
through
he's got a
those
dick.
eyes. Yes.
And
So
you
I
can't
always.
relate to
So
that, but
I've
you-
never. I've always watched straight porn. Sometimes I'll even watch gay guy porn. I don't know why.
I'll tell you why.
Well, I kind of know
Because
why.
lesbian porn sucks.
Right.
Lesbian porn is
yeah.
for 14-year-old boys, and that's
Yeah,
it.
it's
Because
true.
you're thinking it's just like boobs and more boobs, and then
Right.
like they're eating pussy.
Right.
Watching someone eat pussy is so boring.
Yeah.
It's like this. There's no motion. There's no
I would
he's
watch
choking
it.
on anything. It's
Yeah.
just boring.
If someone was talking really dirty, why someone was eating their pussy?
Sure.
But if someone's talking dirty, I can pretty much get into anything.
Oh, if they
you
can
know
be
what I'm saying?
sitting
Oh,
there
that's right.
just
You
talking
said
dirty.
that. You said
Yeah.
you're verbal. And I was-
Totally. Okay.
you're-
Actually, yeah, I could probably much like if someone was just like
We're
eating
getting into-
Cheetos, like I'm a fucking whore. I'll be like,
Yeah.
So,
You could have a book and just read it, and I'd be
True.
like, yep.
You're right. That's true.
Totally.
That's true. That's true.
These are the stages. We're fucking deviants. You know? Most people are like, I want to watch someone have sex. I'm like, I love the interview ahead of time where they list out explicitly what they've done sexually. When was the first blowjob? What was the first anal? I'm like, more.
Did you see that documentary about the like porn house in Florida? I don't know why I'm putting it in quotes. Did you see that?
I did not.
No.
I don't know if
I
we can-
avoid porn documentaries because
Okay.
they make me sad.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say in good faith, I don't know what the moral line is to recommend it or not recommend it because it is good info, but God, it was depressing. Oh God. I was watching and there was this one girl and she was like, I just can't believe that there's actually like men out there that think it was talking about like she was doing a porn where it was like her uncle got left at home with her or step uncle and then they fuck or something. She's like, I just can't believe there's actually guys out there that think we would want to be with like an older, like ugly guy like that. And I was like eating popcorn like you kind of did. But it's like, it ruins it. And you see
Yeah.
like the aftermath of her boyfriend in real life is getting made fun of at a party. They're like, isn't your girlfriend like a porn star? And he's like, well, she's like, does a lot of wonderful things too. Like, I really love
man.
her. They're ripping him. I mean,
I've always said, out of
every.
every genre of people we've ever interviewed, the adult stars have been the nicest.
Oh,
coolest
really?
people.
Oh, that's
hands
interesting.
down.
That's
Like,
awesome.
you know, as a whole,
Sure.
like everybody's really cool. Probably millionaires a zillion times over. You would never know it.
I hope so. I hope
And-
they're
and
getting
pretty
like
smart. It's like a
the
lot
back
of,
end.
Yeah.
Now-
Well, we
now
also, we
they-
do talk to the tip top because that's the thing about
True,
porn.
true.
The gap between top and bottom.
You're right.
Very, very different.
Totally.
Yeah. The ones we talk to have
They've their pussies are molded after them. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, when people
Yes.
are mass producing your pussy,
Yeah.
you've made it.
Have you guys interviewed anyone you've like had sex with their pussy for sale?
No,
no.
That'd be
That's a
interesting.
good question.
but
That'd be
so
interesting.
but I feel like that's a great.
I would be like awkward. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah,
fuck this.
I'd be hard to bring it
When
up.
Was
we
it good
we,
for you?
we had a third co-host for a while, Asa Akira, who's like one of the top porn stars for like 15 years. Everyone else is like in and out. She's
15
that.
years?
Oh, at least.
How did she do that?
She's
Kept
Asian
reinventing?
and
Okay.
ages well.
That'll
and,
do it.
And I think she takes care of herself
Wow.
naturally and medically. And when we started like co-hosting with her, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna watch your shit anymore.
Yeah,
You know?
no, for
It
sure.
was weird.
I
and
want
when
it to
I
be
would,
totally
I'd be
anonymous.
like, that's my coworker.
Yeah,
Covered in cum.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I don't want a hint of knowing anything about the actual
Yeah, I
person.
need it to be separate.
It needed to be totally.
Especially because like
It's-
I
it's a-
need
it's
to
a-
demean you and treat you like a street
100%.
whore. So
exactly.
It's a technical glory hole.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
yeah,
An emotional glory hole.
Right.
I have,
That's
I have
put
the
that
complete
up.
separation here.
a
a
separation
really
of church
good
and state.
terminology.
I like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is good.
An emotional glory hole. Maybe that would be my porn name.
You know what that would be? I don't know how, but that's a good special name.
Actually,
your next
you're right.
special should be called Emotional Glory Hole.
Yeah, that's a great name.
Go ahead. do
Thank
it.
you. I appreciate that.
amazing.
I didn't know porn stars were getting so much money on the back end.
Well, I
It's
think
not the back end. It's OnlyFans and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
huge.
I have a friend that does that. My
Huge,
friend Karen,
but-
she's a comic. She does that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Karen, yeah.
She talks about it.
Karen,
yeah.
Fian.
Yeah, she does. She talks about it in her stand up too. She does OnlyFans. It's funny.
Karen. Yeah. They if you do get to the level of the fleshlights though, they say that's like their biggest paycheck as well. 'Cause
Really?
motherfuckers are buying those apparently.
See, I'm glad they're paying them though, and they're not just like slapping their name on it, because it's not like most
Yeah.
people would be able to actually tell if it's
Oh,
like you
no
know what I'm
fucking
saying?
chance.
Yeah.
Alana Rhodes told us, she was like, I just want everyone to know, like, my pussy's tighter than that. And I was like,
been
I've
sitting
put
on
my
that.
dick in some things before. They make a lot of those things pretty tight. If your pussy's tighter than that, you might have some sort of problem.
Right, totally. Also, how would she know? Is she like fingering it to be like?
Probably.
I would imagine,
I'd
yeah.
probably sit there and be like, which, like, put up a glory hole. Like, which one's real? Which one's the fleshlight thing
Yes.
is like, you know, nobody admits to it. Nobody would. Very few people would be like,
Right.
I have one, but like they are all out there and a lot of money. So.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good, good for them.
I bought one once and I threw it away.
Really?
Yeah, I used it and I threw it away because I was like, I can't be cleaning it. It's
Yeah.
like, I can't. I couldn't picture myself in a shower with
Yeah.
one. And I was like, I just in a shower with this. They're humongous.
Really?
They're like the size of this bottle. Like maybe probably bigger than this bottle.
Huh.
And I was like, I can't be showering with a bottle of whiskey. Like,
Yeah, how do you
use
clean it?
Did you fuck it or did you jerk it? Like, did you hold it?
Emma, it is nice to meet you.
You can tell I'm very comfortable with
Yeah,
Emma.
of course.
This is the highest sign. This is the highest compliment I can give you.
I've seen porns where they like. I've watched porns where they'll like fuck the light, and then I've also watched ones where they do that.
Yeah.
I don't really get into.
Yeah.
That's just like when I'm clicking around.
They
and
do
it
need
pops
to
up.
just make one that just like has
Does
a
it for
fucking,
you?
Yeah.
You're talking fuck machines.
But what if?
But like I don't want to buy a machine. I want to buy something that just like goes on and just and I come.
What if it had a technical glitch though?
Yeah.
Like that'd
Yeah.
be a huge liability.
Right.
Like,
All of a sudden it's twisting up, taking off, and flying around the room.
yeah, too much. But that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's how Kevin's
how much did
gonna
that
leave his
cost?
stamp on the world. How much does a flashlight cost?
Yeah.
50.
I want to say no, over 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm gonna check it out.
They got you by the balls literally on that one, so they know.
Yeah.
If you're at the point of checking out, like they could be like,
Right.
here's a flashlight for $99.99, and then when you get to checkout, they're like, actually it's $2.99. You're probably committed.
You're right. That's true.
I'm buying that
That's
shit.
true. We crossed the line.
I know Adriana Chechik bought all of
$80.
her.
$80.
Okay.
That's a good deal.
yeah, I feel like that's
For- if you use it and want that shit, like, you get,
absolutely
like, a lot of nuts out of that.
100%. Yeah, that's a
Crack
good.
a lot of almond milk in there.
And also, it's a nice. You don't. I feel like if you're paying less for that, then it might. You want to
Like
pay.
trash.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want
you're-
quality.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
My fuck toys have some quality.
I
to
know
them.
it'll last.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that review. Like it broke after 2 days.
Right.
Ripped a hole in it right away. Yeah, Adriana Chechik bought all of her autographed pictures off of eBay.
Really?
So that like she's like, I own the market now. If you want my autograph, you got to pay like $500 for it. Because again,
Did
same
it
thing
work?
If you're paying. I think so. Yeah. It's
Good question.
She said in the
Because-
beginning of her career, someone would put a stack and she would
Right.
and now she's like, well, I can get like $100 a pop for those or whatever
Yeah.
it is. I'm sure even more. So
Good for
yeah,
her.
these girls they're out here hustling. They're
Good for
out there,
them.
They're doing it. You know?
I read Jenna Jameson's book way back, but that's like the only like porn star story I know.
She was queen.
She was, and
Now
then
she's like
something popped up where she like. They said she had some kind of disease, but then
Yeah.
something popped up like, oh, actually she doesn't. That was the last I heard.
I'm with you. It was like
You know what I'm
TMZ
talking
article.
about?
Like, yeah, she was
And
in
it was like
the
an
hospital
obscure
bed.
thing, and her husband or fiance was like,
We
it was like a
checked that
big
out, too.
reveal. Like this is what like she has. She wasn't able to walk, and then it was like a couple days later. It was like actually she doesn't have that. So I was like, so why can't you walk then? And then there was nothing.
Huh.
It was weird. And
She
vanished.
was
Still in a wheelchair. Still unable to walk.
Oh fuck! That's
This
Right?
is 24 minutes ago. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Because I read about it. It was probably like a couple months ago where they said it was like Jenna Jameson has blah, 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 something something.
Yikes!
I know.
She was awesome, but now it's so funny that she was
was
considered
awesome.
like tame and be like
She was
you
awesome.
she was top dog for quite a
Yeah.
while there. She was.
I mean,
like, the porn star.
you can make the argument she invented the game.
You
Yeah.
think
Like,
so?
Not invented, but
Not-
like turned it modern. You know, she's like the missing link between the two eras.
Yeah, right.
It's a
She
big
turned it into
compliment.
like hot, blonde, big tits,
Yeah.
porn. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to go to Answer the Internet?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that.
If you made it this far, you
Long
watched
time.
the whole episode. You have to.
I've never watched the full episode. If you watched the full episode,
never watched like 10 minutes of an episode.
you really, really like us. So
Or
just-
or you hate us, but like have a fetish to watch us. And
Yeah.
whatever the reason is, you've made it this far. You're going to want to watch more.
you should want to watch more.
And you actually owe it to us to click the subscribe button. If you have watched that much time, you now owe us in the form of clicking the subscribe button.
That's internet currency.
And hitting the bell icon.
Yes.
I don't even know what the bell icon is, but they tell me
I
to
think
say
it
that.
sets a reminder for you. And also leave comments for what your favorite voicemail was, all kinds of that fun stuff. But you owe it to us to do it. Law. Internet law.
Internet law.